Yo, what is up, Lions Nation? It is We Are Lions Nation podcast. It is the Friday night mash-up special for Who You Got picks, and we're going to ask one question tonight. Do the Lions need a wide receiver, and if so, who are they going to get and why? We do have a special guest tonight, and we can't wait to bring him in. But hey, guess what? The countdown, it begins
now.
All right. We are back, and this is the Who You Got special episode here on Friday nights. We did release a new schedule that's going to start next week, and our permanent show lineup. So we're excited about that. And Smoking Jeremy B in the house. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing fantastic. I want to bring in a good friend of mine and a fellow podcaster that's been on NFL Carousel and the Sip Off. It is Dom DeRubis of Detroit versus Everybody chat that I'm in.
Yo.
What's up?
Thanks for having me.
What's up, Dom?
Jeremy's going to know, but quick guess with no context. Whose jersey is that? It's not a current player. You'll never guess. I
have no
probably
idea.
the only person on earth that's not a family member with a Scotty Anderson jersey.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Scotty Anderson.
He was the man for like 3 weeks.
Right.
All right, guys. So we got the Who You Got picks coming up in just a moment. One of my favorite segments that we do. But the first thing we're going to do is we have the question of the episode. And it is, who should the Lions pick up at wide receiver, if anyone, and why? Smoking Jeremy B, I'm going to start with you. What do you got, buddy?
If Roger Goodell reinstates him, I would not mind taking a flyer with a cheap deal, ton of incentives for Josh Gordon, maybe on a 2-year deal.
Yeah, and I'll come in right now and say that was my pick. Josh Gordon, I think, will be an excellent addition to the roster. But my thoughts are that I'm kind of on the fence of maybe we don't get anyone. Just stick with what we have. I think we have talent there, and let's just see these young guys develop. That's what I think. If we do, then Josh Gordon. Dom, what do you think, man? What do you got? You got an opinion on who we might get?
Oh, absolutely. First, to Jeremy's point about Josh Gordon, because I was thinking about it while I was in the shower. I don't know if that's weird or not. I do some good stuff in the shower. Here's what you do with Josh Gordon. You get a hold of him, you bring him in for a tryout, and you tell him, before you get out of your car, you put your helmet on with a visor so people can't see your eyes. And you bring him in and have a tryout with your players and see how he does, and hopefully they don't know who he is. Because if they know he's Josh Gordon, that, I'm saying, that could sway things good or bad. But I took a look at the list. I mean, I could argue either side. The list of names that I see, I mean, obviously Larry Fitzgerald, too old, not coming. Golden Tate, I'm kind of warming up to the idea. If he would take, a vet minimum, we could definitely use him as a vet. He's a good possession receiver. He's had success here before. Alshon Jeffrey, no thanks. Des Bryant, obviously not. The other one that I saw, I don't know how old he is, and I know he's banged up. Marquise, that would probably be the guy that I would bring first, even before Josh Gordon. But I would still bring it. But really, sign anyone. This is a perfect opportunity, not only for Cephas, but why am I drawing a blank on the guy's name we got from Denver?
Trinity Benson.
Trinity Benson, yep.
Everyone should be given an opportunity to step up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Agreed.
We got the talent, we got the guys on the team already. So let's just fire them away. Statman, what do you got, buddy?
Well, like I said, I was going to go with Gordon. That was my guy. Also, Golden Tate was another option. I think bringing him back to Detroit, he loved playing in Detroit. His first 1,000-yard career game was in Detroit, and he had a couple of them. So I think he'd be very valuable if we were bringing him back at a, say, like minimum veteran salary, and then we run him that way. And I think he'd be good for leadership of the team. But at the same time, I'm also thinking signing anyone, especially bringing up Geronimo Allison. I think he's a veteran receiver. He's really good. He's a tall body, big guy. Go down the field, stretch the field, and make some plays for us. So, at this point, I would just say not signing anybody would be the best.
I forgot about Allison, but yeah, I think we should exhaust all of our options on the roster before we look to sign someone. If we're going to sign anyone, go get a veteran corner. A better one.
And it was the first game of the season. You can't expect him to be – I mean, everybody expects him to be ready to go, but there's always that first game jitters the teams have to get out. I mean, if you look at Green Bay last week, they didn't play very good. They came out and shit the bed. Aaron Rodgers looked like a rookie quarterback.
I don't know what happened there. Their offensive line is in trouble.
Who's in the chat there?
Looks like we do have a Facebook user question or a comment coming in. We need a guy that can get the yak yards.
That was Golden Tate. I don't know about more. I think it's some guy.
I mean, if it's not Golden Tate, then who do we have similar to that right now? The guy that comes to mind for me is St. Brown. Exactly, St. Brown. He's got to step it up, and I'm looking for big things out of him. I always have been since we drafted him. So, like I said, plenty of talent there going forward. They just got to get it done. No more drops, and catch the ball and make plays. That's what I'm saying. Another comment coming in. Facebook user, go Lions. That's right, go Lions.
Yes, go Lions.
Actually, that first commenter, that was a great point about yak, because obviously it's going to be a lot of short routes.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Need a yak guy. I think Trinity Benson is probably a yak guy,
which we haven't seen at all. So it'll be great to even see what he can do.
I wish we would have got him at the beginning of the preseason instead of the end.
Yes.
Well, limited.
I think one of you guys, either Smoke and Jeremy B or Statman, one of you guys made this point that is right here in the comments from the Facebook user. We've talked about this before. That's what Goff is used to with Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp, throwing those little passes, and those guys make yards afterwards. Basically what you just commented as well. So good point. Awesome comment. Thank you guys for commenting. Hey, while we got a second, remember, if you're watching on YouTube Live, there's a little button down on the right. It says subscribe. All you got to do is push it. It takes 2 seconds. And you can become a subscriber to our page and get all the up-to-date notifications when we put up something right. And also, we do have something going on right now. It's a little giveaway. Once we reach 100 subscribers, we're going to name from the list of subscribers and an awesome prize for the Lions Nation crew. So looking forward to that. And that is something we plan on doing for every single time we get 100 members. So every 100 members, we're going to do that same thing. Something we want to do for you guys. And make sure you check us out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, of course, Twitch, TikTok. We're on all those social media platforms. Join the We Are Lions Nation Facebook page as well. Take part in the Who You Got polls. We had a lot of responses this time from those polls, guys. So I think we did a lot better than last week, and that's awesome. So we thank you all for your support and participation. So coming up, guys, we have Who You Got. We're going to go through and pick who we think is going to win for each game. This coming up matchup. Obviously, the Thursday night game is over with, and the Giants not out on that one. But the Nation and Smoke and Jeremy B right now We're going to go to the Sunday night game. We have the Chiefs taking on the Ravens. I'll start this one. I went ahead and I'm going with the Chiefs. I think they are going to beat Baltimore on Sunday night. Dom, who do you think is going to take that one?
Is that game in Kansas City or Baltimore?
It is in Baltimore.
Doesn't matter. Chiefs.
Chiefs, all right. All right. Smoking Jeremy B, who you got?
I got the Chiefs as well.
What's the
Statman?
what's the line?
I got Mahomes.
Mahomes?
Mahomes.
What's the line on that game?
I have no idea what the lines
I
are.
didn't look at the line. I just looked at the schedule and picked who I thought would win straight up.
I was curious. I can't more than 4 or 5 points.
Right.
Ben Robinson, a former Detroit Lions fan, still kind of, but he's
Yeah, I was going to say that. I think Alvin Kamara is overrated.
Yeah, I mean, I could see your point there. He doesn't always, have that big game, all the time. Where he doesn't.
I'm not super.
We got Ben coming back in the chat. We got the Honey Badger back this week. So the Chiefs have one of their weapons back. So that'll be another positive in that category. And remember, guys, this is one of the primetime picks. So as you know, we are going up against the nation in the primetime game. So we have a lot of fun doing that. And thank you all again for making your picks. We got Dan Leonard coming in. What's up, fellas? Hey, Dan, what's up, buddy?
Hey,
how you doing?
What's up, Dan?
Somebody in Ravens Nation, either a large percentage of their fans or Lamar Jackson himself, put some real bad karma out into the world. Because think about what's going on with them. All that rash of running back injuries, right? So now they can't run the ball, which means it's forcing Lamar to run more, which is bad, essentially, or forcing him to throw, which is even worse.
I said it in a post on the NFL Longest Yard because it's all NFL teams. I said Lamar Jackson is the best running back that plays the quarterback position in a fantasy monster.
I have a couple of friends that are Ravens fans. They get so at that.
We got another comment, fellas, from Dan Leonard speaking about yesterday's game, saying Lawrence was not offsides. And it's funny that you said that, Dan, because I just seen something on social media. It was like a slow motion video, and it does appear that Lawrence was not offsides at all. So
Giants got robbed.
Won that game. A little bit of a screw job there.
Got screwed by the refs because I'm a Lions fan. That's what it is.
Did you see Galladay screaming at, I think, Daniel Jones on the sidelines yesterday?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
It was bad.
Yeah. And that's also big news. God, what is his first name? I just seen it too.
Za'Darius.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, he's out.
Oh, yeah.
On IR for Sunday. And then Dan popping in again with this beautiful language. He's saying, fuck Galladay, you can have him back. Yeah, I don't know if anybody caught this. I don't know if anybody caught it or not, but Galladay had some choice words for Daniel Jones during the game.
Get him the fucking ball.
Yeah, supposedly about his lack of targets, but I mean, he had 8.
As soon as he got all that money in New York, he became that big head receiver. It's like the Chad Johnson and T.O.s, all alike. And then they just throw their career away because they don't try anymore.
Galladay missed a bunch of training camp in the preseason, though, right?
Yep, because of a hip injury.
Galladay succeeded with much lesser quarterbacks than Daniel Jones. I'm tired of the Daniel Jones disrespect, honestly.
I agree with you there, Dom. I think Daniel Jones is a great quarterback.
I like him. I take him over Goff right now. Right now.
Wow.
Logan, what do you got? What do we got coming in here with this comment?
Galladay was telling before Jones was there, though.
What does he mean? Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm not catching the.
Yeah.
Catching the
is that a reference to the past?
Was yelling before?
yelling. There it is. Correction. Galladay was yelling before Jones got there. Well, and then Jones walked up and he started yelling at him. So,
I mean,
Dan Leonard popping back in. Well, if he caught more, they would go to him more. Good point. You're not going to throw the ball to somebody that's not catching it.
8 targets and 102 yards in 2 games isn't all that spectacular.
No. Did he have some drop issues too?
Yeah, I mean, Galladay's been off and on hurt too since he went to the Giants, just like he was in Detroit. So
yeah, I mean, that's why injury in Detroit. He faked that injury in Detroit. He wanted out.
Thank you.
That was all BS. He could have played.
But he was medically cleared for the Thanksgiving Day game.
But think about it.
And he came to practice, says, "Oh, I still hurt."
If you still didn't have your contract, would you come back and risk further injury in a walk year? I wouldn't.
No,
not for that.
Why?
But once Patricia and Quintricia was gone, he had the option to play with a guy that everybody said was a very happy feeling around the team as a coach. He could have played with Bevel, and he chose not to. I get it, but yet, if Patricia was your biggest problem and he's gone, he should have played, which would have increased his value.
Yeah, and for wide receivers, like money wise, shrank a lot
because of the down cap year.
I was
ready. The next comment
for Allen.
Yeah, we got a new comment, fellas. Swift needs at least 100, and we need to get pressure on Sharon Rodgers.
Yep,
agree 100% with that comment.
100%.
Well,
100 total.
Bakhtiari went on the injured reserve right after the game with the Saints. Now Zadarius Smith is out. So their biggest pass rusher and their best pass blocker is gone. So I say the linebackers and D-line need to pin their ears back and just nail that left side of the line.
Yeah.
Plus their Lindsley was their center though, right? That went to San Diego. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Another one coming in. I think Stafford is what made his value. He took the money.
Yep.
I think, yeah. We got another one. This one is for you, Jeremy B.
Oh, the first one. The Facebook.
That was me, Quinn Cook.
That's our buddy Quinn.
Hey, Quinn.
What's up, Quinn?
Good to see you, buddy.
I don't know which comment he's referring to. I'm trying to figure out that Stafford one too.
Probably the one about Galladay yelling.
Yeah, guys, remember, all you got to do before you come into the broadcast, you should be able to click the link, and it will put up your name. That way we can see who's commenting. Makes it a little bit easier because we'd like to know who's jumping in. So we can thank you. So anyway, thank you, Facebook user. We don't know if it's the same person or multiple people. We got another one coming in. I said refs 28, lines 31.
Can you imagine if Kenny would have re-signed and Stafford still left?
Who is that? Who is that? Why do I know that score? I feel like we heard that earlier today.
Isn't that what Kurt said?
No,
is that not the score?
I think Kurt would say his name because he always puts his name in there.
Oh, that's true.
Whoever this is. Somebody said 28 refs, lines 31 earlier today when we were on the Detroit Lions on the Proud Show.
Oh, he's probably talking
about
I can't think of who it was.
Undoubtedly. Oh, man.
What does Quinn Cook say there? Because I don't have my glasses on.
And
yes.
Barn. Yes.
Yes.
Quinn. Yes.
We have a legitimate chance of winning, but now that I think about all the things, we're going to have to win by at least 14 points if we expect to win.
Yeah, we can't go into the last 2 minutes only up by 4 or 3 points.
Regardless of who you are, and God forbid if you're the Lions on national TV against Aaron Rodgers on a team that's already 0-1, can't leave the game in the hands of the refs.
Absolutely.
We were talking about this earlier. That's the difference between us and good teams right now and for most of my life. Good teams win close games.
Yeah.
And good teams can get pressure on quarterbacks.
Many years ago, my buddy said about the Lions, he was like, "Oh, once again, we snatched defeat from the jaws of victory."
It's funny how our defense looks sometimes. It's like all of our guys are trying to go after the quarterback and just can't get there. And you watch other teams, and they're just flying in at the quarterback.
Yeah, I was gonna say the almost sacks and the pressures.
Yeah, every primetime game you watch, you see other teams pressuring quarterbacks
for pressures.
Well, Jeremy, we got Quinn jumping back in here. He said, "No, I was the one about Swift and Sharon Rogers." So those were his comments coming in.
Gotcha.
We also got Chuck let's just say McLean, a friend of yours, Jeremy. Chuck
McLean.
Charles McLean, yeah.
Then we got same person saying he was at the school getting ready for the game tonight. I coach high school football in Kentucky. Well, hey, good luck. Good luck in your game today.
Thanks for being a great fan of the Lions there, Charles McLean. I talk to you a lot.
Friday Night Lights.
Julian is not playing again this week.
Damn.
It's rough.
I remember that we drafted him because he slipped because he had already had injuries. We got to stop doing that. Plus, it's like I get it, the sentimental pick, it's his brother, but what does that really mean? He's got to show me something. There's a lot of guys that need to show me something. A lot of guys.
There's a ton of them that we still haven't seen anything out of yet, and so it's still unknown for quite a bit of them.
The cool thing that I saw today is Levi Onwuzurike was a full participant in practice today.
Heck yeah. I can't wait to see
that. Means he's back in.
I need to see those both of those DTs that we drafted. So I've got some confidence.
Hey, Quinn Cook, you are more than welcome to join the podcast. Just let Jeremy B or any of us know when you want to do that. I'm sure you and Jeremy can figure that out and get that done. But we're always open anytime we do a show, especially this one on Friday nights. Anytime, we're more than welcome to have anyone come on, any Lions fan doesn't have to have a YouTube channel, nothing. We just like talking Lions football. We got Dan Leonard coming in with a comment here. Hey, Andy, if the Lions win this week, we give away my golf out of 25 to someone in the community. I know what he's talking about. He has a really nice Jared Goff card out of 25 that he is willing to give away if the Lions win. Hey, Dan, we'll make something work for sure on that. That's an awesome deal, man. Quinn is back. It said they're doing the same thing as preseason. You have to earn the spot. And I think he's referring to something that Julian had even mentioned. That's why he didn't play, was because they want him to earn it. So obviously maybe he's doing enough right now.
Good. That should be everyone on the team. Everyone.
Yep.
Yes, Charles. Your name is showing now, buddy. Well, let's hop over. I think we all pretty much covered this one. But the Monday night game, we got Lions versus the Packers. Statman, who you got?
Lions 37-31. I think it's going to be high scoring. I don't think defenses are going to be stopping too much, but I think it's going to be a win for the Lions at the end. Goff wins it.
All right. Hey, Jeremy, smoking Jeremy B. Let's go with you, my man. Who you got? Lions, Packers.
Okay, this is my hopium pipe hit. Let's say Sharon Rogers shows up again this week. We end up winning, and we're going to win it going away. Like I said, it'll be 27-17.
At least that's
10-point win.
Quinn Cook says Lions 39, Pack 26. Dom, who you got, my man? You got the Lions and the Pack.
Now I'm going to feel like an asshole because I'm picking Green Bay. However,
now let me say this real quick. I understand where you guys are coming from picking the Packers. I get it. because of who they are and all the unknowns with the Lions. But I'm telling you right now, if the Lions fourth quarter 5-minute team shows up that was there last week, Packers are going to have some trouble.
And that's
the caveat. The caveat to that is if they show up for all 4 quarters, not just the second half.
San Francisco's defense is better than Green Bay's. However, it's like I said, it's Aaron Rodgers. It's Monday night. They're 0-1. If that game's close, there's absolutely no way we win. Can I cuss?
Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
The league and the refs will definitely fuck us raw out of a win. On Monday night, listen. I'm not even bullshitting because it's happened so many times.
I know.
If you can think of one, say it. But if you can't, go thumb through the rule book, find some obscure rule that they will call wrong. That'll be what happens. Batted ball, catch rule, 10-second run.
I just got to say the best part about that whole sequence just now was that we are all in anticipation on what swear word that you were going to say. And you didn't say what I thought you were going to say at all. So that was great.
However,
very suspenseful.
I will say we could easily win this game because me and Jeremy have been talking about this forever. My season-long forecast is the less wins we have, the more impressive they will be. We're going to beat either Seattle or the Rams, maybe both. I could see us easily beating the Packers.
We got Dan Leonard popping in. The real question is, how many quarters will Jordan Love play?
Hopefully 3.5.
0.
I would rather than kill Aaron Rodgers later in the season.
We got Quinn coming back in. Rodgers wants out. I'm telling you guys, he wants out. That's where earlier today on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, I had made a comment that I don't think Aaron Rodgers is mentally in it. I think that comment that just got posted is exactly what I'm talking about. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is mentally with that team. I think that's going to affect him the whole season.
And I think he held off with the Denver thing because he realized how much they were going to have. Like, you want to see a team win a trade when you get traded to them, right? Imagine what Denver would have to give up. Plus, you go to that division, you're not even the best quarterback in the division, and there's Justin Herbert. And Derek Carr is pretty fucking good.
Yep.
Hey, Logan, we got your brother Dar Erickson popping in. He is saying 21-24 Lions. All right, Dar, thank you for popping in and leaving a comment, bro.
I love all the optimism. I'm sad about the lack of realism.
That's why I did my score prediction was on a real tip, because I think if it's close, it's going to be low scoring.
Right. Speaking of,
we got Charles McCain coming in saying I am thinking more like Golf Mahomes game from a Monday night game a couple years ago with Golf winning.
I was going to say, remember who won that duel?
Yeah.
Golf.
That was a great game. Speaking of, I'm sure you guys watched the Vegas and the Ravens, right?
Yeah.
When Carr got the ball back, and I called it about a minute and a half early. I said, wow, they have the ball in the hands of the only other quarterback I would want in that situation besides Matt Stafford. Derek Carr's number 2 in that span. To who? Oh, excuse me, Dr. Stafford.
Quinn Cook coming in again saying, or watch them call the flag on Flowers for the crap they did last year.
Or 2 years ago.
On the downgrade. Hey, we got some new people coming in. It's our guys over at State of Michigan Sports coming in with a comment. I hate saying it, but Packs 31, Lions 21. A lot of mixed, a lot of Lions fans showing mixed picks here, and that's pretty sweet. Getting a little bit of mix, but I gotta stick with my boys. I think Jamal Williams will have a huge game and make Packers regret getting rid of him. And by the sounds of Jamal Williams' press conference, he is ready to go. That guy wants the Packers, and he wants them pretty bad. So
I like.
Go ahead.
The smart pick would be taking the Packers just because of the history of Aaron Rodgers and Matt LaFleur after coming off of humiliating losses. They're 6-0, and Aaron Rodgers has thrown 16 touchdowns, 0 interceptions in that span.
The reason that we could win this game is
I called a turnover on the play.
It's early in the year, and it doesn't mean anything. Back when we were good, they would always schedule the Packers road game late in the year, and we'd lose and miss the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
This game doesn't mean it.
State of Michigan sports coming back in. I feel like this will be the first new taunting rule getting enforced at a crucial time.
Taunting.
Yeah, that'll be the one. It'll be somebody like Levi or Aleem getting a thing, and they'll call it taunting and eject.
Oh no! It'll be Trey Flowers getting his 3rd sack, and we're still up like 14-10 on 3rd down. Then they get an automatic 1st down, go down and score. 17-14 Packers. There's my prediction.
All right, State of Michigan sports. Thanks for the shout out. State of Michigan Sports is my sports podcast. Yeah, seen you guys' posts, seen your guys' show. Very good show. Hey, if you guys ever want to collaborate, let us know. We'd be more than happy to do that. Thanks for hopping in and watching us live. Hey, thank you all for hopping in and watching us live tonight. We really appreciate it. We got Quinn Cook coming back in. Heard if he gets a touchdown, he will do the Lambeau leap.
Yep. Jamal Williams. He's going to.
I bet
he's going to do it at least
Jamal Williams may end up playing like the scoring ex-girlfriend that he talked about in his video, and he's going to run roughshod over them, and he's going to make them regret breaking up with him.
I was going to say he could bust out.
Exactly.
That or Swift turn some dump off into like a 55-yard reception and then gets caught from behind, because although it's Swift, he's not fast.
The only caveat to that is both Swift and Jamal Williams are limited in practice today.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I just seen that they are good to go.
Yeah,
I know, but I meant
they're both going to
okay,
play.
good.
But yeah, if they're already dinged up, not a good sign.
Charles McCain says, how many hits is Rodgers going to be able to take from Levi, or how many roughing the passer's penalty on Levi?
He's not going to be able to take too many.
I don't think it'll be Levi. Telling Trey Flowers. We'll look back and be like, how did we lose that game? Trey Flowers had 3 sacks. Oh, yeah, the taunting penalty.
Right.
Or it's on like his 5th sack, and then after he helps Aaron Rodgers up, he puts a 5 in the air and gets a taunting penalty.
If they hurt him and then they do the discount double check, I'll be cool with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I don't care if it costs us the game.
Remember, sometimes all it takes is Aaron Rodgers to fall down and he breaks his collarbone. So he's fragile.
As long as no one pulls a Stephen Tulloch.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh, don't jump up in the air and bust your damn leg. Hey, remember, guys that are watching, everyone watching, thank you so much. Remember to please like, share, and subscribe for us. We are Lions Nation Podcast Live. Also, remember to join our Facebook group page. We have a lot of fun stuff that we do on there. So if you're not a member, hop on in there. If you know somebody that's a Lions fan that's not a member, bring them on in. We'll let anyone come in. Again, thank you, Dom, for joining us tonight. It's been a blast so far having you on.
Let's go down the list of games this week.
Yeah.
We are going to go to the next one right after this comment. Says, sadly, I'm going with the Packers, but I'm on the flip side. Rams will win with Stafford again. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people on the fence with this game coming up on Monday night. I think it's going to be a true test. But, hey, join us for our pregame show tomorrow night when we get in depth and we talk more about the Lions and Packers matchup. Right now, we're going to move on to the Raiders versus the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Let's go with Statman. Who you got for this one?
Man, I believe I picked the Raiders.
You did, my friend. You did. You picked the Raiders.
I don't have my list in front of me, so I'm pretty sure I picked the Raiders, and it's because of Derek Carr. He's leading passer for a reason. He's good. He's got good talent around him this year, especially with Darren Waller. That guy is a freak of nature.
Monster.
And There's no way Las Vegas is losing.
Hey, Smoking Jeremy B, who you got? Steelers or Raiders?
I chose the Raiders as well.
All right, we're gonna go to you now, Dom. Who you picking? Who you got? Raiders, Steelers.
I have to go contrarian again. I'm going Steelers. I think their defense is a little bit better than Baltimore's was, and Big Ben is a bit more. I would trust him to win a close game before I would trust Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I think I'm with you, Dom, on this one. I like the Steelers in this game. I like what their defense did last week.
I can't see the Raiders starting out 2-0.
Yeah, I think the Steelers are going to take that one. State of Michigan Sports would love to do a collaboration. Yeah, let's get it done. Just let us know, and we can definitely get something done. Would love to do that with you guys. Charles McCain says he's going for the Steelers. And Quinn Cook says Harris rushes for 200 some in the first half. So it looks like he's going to be going Steelers as well. Next game, we have the 49ers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. Let's go with you, Dom. Who you got?
Niners, because there's no way the Eagles go 2-0. I have some Eagles fans that are friends, and we're contenders in the division. I'm like, you're gonna pick in the top 5 along with us, probably.
All right, Smoking Jeremy B, who you got?
The 49ers.
All right, and then Statman, who you going with?
Philly. Jalen Hurts gonna get it done again.
I went with the 49ers in this one as well. So it looks like Statman is the odd man out in this one. We got State of Michigan coming back in. Steelers are the better team. Raiders played over their heads at home against an overrated and banged-up Ravens team. Quinn Cook's got the 49ers will win. Jimmy G gets taken out for Lance. And then Charles, it jumped there. Charles says Niners by 3. Scores. And then Dar Erickson is going with Philly as well. So you got one supporter there, Logan, your brother. How much did you pay him to say that?
I didn't pay him anything. I promise.
The Eagles are
we got Texans taking on the Browns in Cleveland. I'm going with Cleveland on this one. I just think they're a better team overall. Dom, who you got?
Cleveland. I had some trepidation there. Cleveland will have at least one loss to a terrible team, but it won't be this week. It could be us. That's another game I've got circled that we could win. We're beating all playoff teams for the most part. Maybe not a bunch of wins, but good teams.
Smoking Jeremy B, my man. Who you got?
I took the Brownies.
And there's Statman popping back in. Looks like you're in a winter storm, my man.
Why does the hat?
Oh, there he is. It was a whiteout condition, but he's back. Hey, Statman, who you got? You got Cleveland or Texans?
Cleveland all day.
All right, we got Charles McCain said the Browns. Quinn Cook also said the Browns. All right, next up, we have the Broncos taking on Jacksonville. In Jacksonville, Smoking Jeremy B, who you got, my man?
I'm taking the Broncos. They already proved they can win on the road by going into New York the way they did. Jacksonville, they're kind of up and down right now. They're not consistent.
All right, let's go with Statman. Who you got?
I don't want to pick.
I know who you got already.
Who did I pick?
Yeah.
Just have my other. Just have the other.
Did you?
Whatever I put
Did you
down.
just go home team again? Did you go home team again?
I believe I went Broncos on that.
You did. You went Broncos on that one. Quinn Cook says Broncos, and Charles McCain is saying Broncos as well. Dom, who you got? Broncos, Jags.
Broncos, and as soon as the losses start to mount in Jacksonville, like Urban Meyer may quit after this week.
Yeah. USC head coaching job.
I was just about. You think it's a coincidence that guy got fired already?
Nope.
Yeah, he didn't look like when they asked him about that. He just looked at the floor the whole time. Didn't give a real straight answer. So we got Quinn Cook saying my prediction is Myers will be the first coach fired with Nagy next. Don Erickson says Jacksonville. I think they will get a run game going. Hey, Dar, I am on that boat with you. I picked the Jags to win this one. I went with them 2 weeks in a row. I lost the first week, but I still have faith in them. So I'm going with the Jags again in this one. Next up, we have Saints versus Panthers. Smoking Jeremy B, who you got?
I chose the Panthers. I don't think Jameis Winston is going to have 2 great weeks in a row.
All right. Dom, who you got?
Saints. The Panthers defense is trash.
Statman, who you got?
I went with the Saints as well.
And I took the Saints in that matchup as well. Charles McCain is going with the Saints. Quinn Cook is taking the Saints by 6. Yes, Smoking Jeremy B, you are the odd man out in this one. We got next up, we got Matthew Stafford in the Rams taking on the Colts. I went with the Rams. I mean, just basing off of last week alone, I think that team's going to be tough to beat. And Stafford looked excellent. So I'm going with the Rams. Dom, who you got?
Rams. The Colts rushed Carson Wentz back. Plus, even if Carson Wentz was fully healthy, they're not beating the Rams.
All right. Smoking Jeremy B, who you got?
Rams.
And Statman, who you got? Rams, Colts.
Rams.
Charles McCain says Colts by 3.
Ooh.
Dar's going with the Rams, and we got Quinn Cook taking the Rams by 14. And
that's about what I figured.
For almost 400 yards. That's not. I don't see that being impossible at all.
Colts defense is pretty good.
Yeah,
Colts.
We got the Bills. The Bills taking on the Dolphins, guys. Dom, we're gonna start with you, my man. Who you got? Dolphins or Bills?
Bills. No way they go 0-2.
That was my thought on it too. I went with the Bills as well. Statman, who you got?
Bills Mafia. I got them. I see them winning by 20.
Smoking Jeremy B, who you got?
I got the Bills winning with injuring Tua.
Injuring Tua. Charles McCain's got the Dolphins by 1, and Quinn Cook says the Dolphins upset the Bills. We got the Patriots, the old Pats, taking on the Jets. Battle of the Rooks. We got. Let's go with Statman. Who you got, Statman?
I forgot who I picked for this one.
You picked the Jets.
Okay, yeah. I went with the Jets, Zach Wilson, and plus I hit Patriots.
All right, I will go next. I went with the Pats on this one. Dom, who you got, Pats or Jets?
Patriots. Zach Wilson outplays Mac Jones by a lot, but the Patriots roster and coach is just so much better.
All right, Smoking Jeremy B, who you got?
I chose the Pats. I think Mac Jones might be a better quarterback than everybody gave him credit for.
Agree there.
I think he comes in very close to his ceiling, but his ceiling is kind of low.
Right.
We got Charles McCain taking the Patriots by 14, and Quinn Cook says the Pats win. Mac Jones will have one of his best games as a rookie. There's a comment. I forgot to pop it up. There it is. We got Dan Leonard coming in saying Zach Wilson will be a star QB in this league, but Mac Jones is going to be in this game.
No, he will not.
I think he means beast. I think he means beast in that. He's going to be a beast in this game. We got Bengals going into Chicago to take on the Bears. Dom, who you got? Bengals or Bears?
I I'm going Bengals. Yeah, I want to say Bears on the Beige Water Pistol Revenge Tour, but I don't think the Bears are very good. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going Bengals, unless Dalton gets hurt or benched early. Then I'm still going Bengals.
All right. Smoking Jeremy B, who you got?
I took the Bengals as well. The Bears' O-line is in flux. They're giving up a lot of pressures on Dalton, which caused him to throw not quite so great. He wasn't horrible. He just couldn't get it done and couldn't get it into the end zone in the last game.
All right. And Statman, who you got?
Bengals. Because
and I went with the Bengals as well. So I think that pretty much was the whole board there. Quinn Cook is going with the Bengals. We got Dan Leonard, the Bengals blow the Bears out. Bengals offense is explosive.
It is.
Thomas McCain, hate to pick Bears, but I'm taking Dalton to beat his former team. State of Michigan Sports coming in says, I don't think the Bears offense looked that bad last week. Bengals aren't that good, so I am going the Bears. So a lot of mixed reviews on that game, so it'll be interesting to see how that one plays out. We got the Falcons taking on the Bucks. Smoking Jeremy B, who you got?
Buccaneers win going away by 30.
Statman, who you got?
Falcons are tanking the season. Buccaneers are going to shut them out. It's not even going to be funny.
Yeah, I went with the Bucks as well in this one. I mean, yeah. Dom, I'm pretty sure we know who you're taking, unless you're surprising us.
Bucks by a lot, but I expect Atlanta's offense to get going, so we might see like a 49 to 35 type of game, which would be great because I have Tom Brady in my big money fantasy league. But the Falcons are awful.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan's old.
Charles McCain, Bucks by 28. We got Bears Montgomery is better than he gets credit for. You will find out in fantasy this week, Andy. That time the name wasn't listed, but I know who it is. It's Dar. Dar, you're in for a rude awakening, my friend. Just say that. You're in for a rude awakening.
I hope that guy's right.
We got Quinn. He is taking the Bucks in a blowout win. Dan Leonard says, I concur with Jeremy.
Isn't it crazy how Tom Brady was in that weak-ass NFC or AFC East that whole time, and then he literally handpicked the next terrible division to go invade?
Yep, and now look what he's doing
Tom
with
Brady
the Bucks.
Please get some legitimate divisional opponents ever.
Hey, God. I agree with Kevin Hart. Tom Brady wants to prove he's a GOAT. Come win in Detroit. Get us a Super Bowl.
I hate Tom Brady so much. I've never met him, and I really don't hate people, but I really hate Tom Brady.
We got Charles McCain. He is saying Bucks won't play bad 2 weeks in a row. Then we have Dan Leonard. Dar can't talk fantasy after his defeat last week. Oh, Dan coming in hot. State of Michigan sports. I am shocked how bad the Falcons looked. They aren't as bad as they looked last week and aren't as bad as they will look against the Bucks. But the Bucks will win this game easily.
I probably agree with that.
Yeah, if they just take Matt Ryan and
trade him for Matt Stafford
out. Like what the Falcons could be a great team, but who knows? They got to fix a few things. Next up, we have the Vikings going into Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Dom, who you got? Minnesota or Arizona?
Cardinals. So at least that way, if we lose this week, we'll still have some company in the base. We'll all be at the bottom, other than Green Bay if they beat us. The Bears aren't winning. And the Vikings aren't winning this game either. Arizona is for real. That division is scary.
Yeah.
We got
Smoking Jeremy B.
I chose the Cardinals because their defense is legit. Chandler Jones is a beast on that D-line. Plus, They've got legit weapons all over the place. I was praying they'd cut Andy Isabella because
I
of the
was
deep
just
wide
about
receiver
to ask
room,
you that. They kept him.
but they ended up keeping him.
He might get
Yeah.
cut.
Yeah, I went with the Cardinals as well. Statman, who you got?
I got Cardinals. Their team's for real this year, like everybody's saying. D Hop, you got Christian Kirk, Rondale Moore, Kyler Murray. I mean,
AJ Green's old ass.
Isaiah
AJ
Simmons.
Green. I mean,
Quinn Cook
the team
says,
that
I
game
want
is
Murray to
strong.
win that game because he's my QB in fantasy. And then we got Charles McCain. I'm taking my pick for the NFC West Division, Cards by 10. And then we have Dar coming in, Arizona, and 8 or less in both leagues. I think that comment was towards me and maybe Dan on that one. Interesting, just dropping back on a subject you guys had mentioned. So let's say we beat Green Bay and Minnesota and Chicago lose. That puts us at number one
in first place
alone.
with the
That would be great.
tiebreaker.
Yeah, with a tiebreaker.
And
We
it
got,
could easily happen, and it'll probably be the second and probably last week that we're in first place.
Dom, I love your confidence, my man. I love it.
Peak in September and October, just like John Gruden.
We have the
State
Okay, realistically, since we were talking about the NFC West, how many of those teams do you think make the playoffs? All 4 or at least 3?
I say 3.
I would say 3.
3? Okay.
Yeah.
So they're
going to beat up on each other, and it'll be whoever can win both games, home and away, against somebody will end up being the division winner.
Okay, if that's okay, so if it's 3, there's 3 wins for us right there. Whoever doesn't make the playoffs, that's who will beat us. Everyone that does, we beat them. Rams.
Who isn't making the playoffs already beat us.
San Francisco.
Dan Leonard says 3 as well. And then Charles just says the Niners, Seahawks, and Cards. So 3 as well.
The Niners aren't making the playoffs because they beat us.
The Rams. The Rams would make it in over.
Wait, this guy's counting out the Rams?
Yeah.
Come on.
I'd say Rams, Seahawks,
only if Stafford gets hurt.
Who knows?
Could happen.
How Stafford's going to do the rest, not to get on the Stafford bandwagon because I'm kind of getting tired of people comparing him to Goff and all that. But who knows if he keeps this up the entire year? You know what I mean? So, hey, just real quick, thank you to everybody that's in here live, joining in on the show. We appreciate it. We're getting lots of responses tonight, and we absolutely love it. So keep it coming. Thank you for joining in. Remember, like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. We definitely are looking for the subscribers. We do have that contest going on. If you subscribe, once we get to 100 members, we have an awesome prize that we're going to be giving away with the drawing. So we're looking forward to that once we hit that 100 member mark. So please make sure to subscribe and share as well. We got Facebook user says Rams, Cards, and Seahawks. Dan Leonard hopping in saying, Dan Leonard says that guy's smoking meth. Come on now, Dan. Come on now. Come on,
you gotta be nice. You gotta be nice. This is
Only
a nice
Dan.
environment for all fans.
Yes,
Give
it is.
opinions, and it's all going to be respected.
He must either be a lifetime Stafford hater or a hater now that he's gone.
It could be.
Because realistically, like most of us are rooting for Matt Stafford, right? Which is
I just don't like the comparison between Stafford and Goff.
Which is fucked up because it's at the expense of our draft pick. But we're gonna suck anyways. We're gonna have a high draft pick, and that Rams pick is gonna be somewhere between 20 and 30. I just want all the Stafford haters to have to eat a very large bowl of dicks.
We got Charles saying I got the Rams 9-8 in last place, ties with Seattle, but Seahawks get the tiebreaker.
Wow, and he's got Seattle at the bottom. Why do people sleep on Seattle so badly? All they do is go and win 11 or 12 games every year.
Dan Leonard says that was nice. I think he's telling Logan that he was being nice. We got State of Michigan just subscribed. All right. Thank you, awesome. State of Michigan, for the subscribe.
Yeah, appreciate the support.
Hey, we got the next game. We got Titans taking on the before mentioned Seahawks. So, Smoke and Jeremy B, let's start with you. You got Titans or Seahawks in this one?
Well, since the Sea Chickens are at home, Henry struggled getting going yet. I doubt he has 2 bad games in a row, but I still think the Sea Chickens pull out the win.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go next. I went ahead and went with the Seahawks on this one. That Tyler Lockett, Russell Wilson combination is very, very dangerous. So, which might hurt me in the fantasy. So, kind of scared on that one. Dom, who you got?
Yeah, that Metcalf guy, he's pretty good too, isn't he?
Yeah.
Dwayne Eskridge didn't look
bad.
He
might be a little bit better than Jelani Tavai. I don't know. I could be crazy.
Dom, who you going with?
Seahawks, because it's at home. It's tough to see the Titans go 0-2. That's another very disrespected team because they'll be there in the playoff hunt in that division. But yeah, they're Seahawks.
So I'm going to read this next comment. Dan Leonard says, Titans with a comeback game. Derrick Henry going to get his shit together this game. And I think the next person that has to pick is going to agree with that. Statman?
Yes, I completely agree. Derrick Henry's going to come out. Tannehill is going to come out. Julio Jones is going to come out. And A.J. Brown is going to come out to play. And it's not going to be fun for Seattle. Seattle loses. Their defense is garbage.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. We got Charles McCain. He's taking Seattle. And State of Michigan Sports says Titans are the better team and desperate. Seahawks are overrated.
Agree.
Titans aren't better. They are desperate. Seahawks might be overrated, but I don't know. Like I said.
I just don't see him stopping.
We got one final game, fellas, here. We got the last game of the week. Cowboys taking on the Chargers. Statman, who you got?
I believe I picked the Chargers, right? Yeah.
Yep.
I thought I picked them. I just think Herbert's going to come back and win, get that offense together, and they got a pretty solid defense there in Los Angeles, so we'll see. That's who I'm picking, though.
Dom, the last one of the night. Who you got, my man?
Is that at the SoFi or the Jerry Dome?
It's at SoFi.
Yeah.
Okay, doesn't matter. Chargers. Dallas is garbage. Herbert's about to go off.
Yeah, Dallas's defense is horrible.
Man,
I went with the Chargers in this one as well.
A little bit better because, man, even at 3, I'd have taken him over Okudah.
Yeah, I went with Chargers as well, hoping for Herbert to have a big game. Smoking Jeremy B, who you got, my man?
I took the Chargers, and it's not because the Cowboys are garbage. They lost one of their main targets in Michael Gallup.
He's their third receiver.
And he's been a main target for Dak.
He has.
A lot.
I mean, I would trust Gallup generally and definitely for the money over Amari Cooper.
Right. And plus that defense seems to just always give up the big play on offense.
Dallas's defense is bad.
Charles McCain, guys, is coming in. Charles McCain comes in, guys, with the Chargers by 9. So who? I didn't catch it. I don't know if I just missed it, but Smoking Jeremy B, who did you have in that one?
Chargers.
Okay, thank you, buddy. Charles McCain says Cowboys' best defensive player is out for a while. So I think everybody's pretty much on the same board there with the Chargers. And that's all the picks for this week. That's the Who You Got segment, and we will recap that on the post-game show coming up. So watch out for that so we can see the results. Yeah, that's it. Before we go tonight, the Stat Man has to sing us a beautiful song. But before that, I want to thank A1 Tires for coming on board and sponsoring us. Hey, Jeremy B, why don't you tell the people a little bit about A1?
A1 Tire and Auto Repair. We have all your tire needs, custom wheels, new and used tires, all sorts of specials coming up. I'm working with the owner on getting a deal for our listeners. So that way, if you're ever in the Tri-City area here in Michigan, you want a good deal on tires, we got them.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Jeremy B. We appreciate anyone coming on board and sponsoring us. We absolutely love having them on there. And guys, watch out for the great deals coming your way. To the listeners, hey, Statman, take it away, my friend.
Forward down the field, a charging team that will not yield, and win the blue and silver wave. Stand and cheer the brave. Rah, 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 rah. Win the game. With honor you will keep your fame. Down the field and gain a Lions victory. Go Lions!
Go Lions, baby. One pride.
All right. One pride.
One last time, I want to thank our guest, Dom, Detroit Dom, for coming in tonight and joining us. Hey, man, it was a pleasure. We plan on having you back if you're available, maybe next Friday.
Man, I'm here. Had a great time. I love it.
Yeah, we had a great time having you on, for sure. One last, hey, remember, thank you to everybody that jumped in the chat. Charles McCain, Dan Leonard. Who else did we have tonight? We had Dar Erickson, Quinn Cook. State of Michigan Sports. Thank you guys, too, for jumping in, and we look forward to doing some work with you guys as well. For Smoking Jeremy B., the Stat Man, Logan Erickson, I am the Soul Man, Andy Souls, and this has been We Are Lions Nation Podcast Live. See you guys tomorrow night, 7 p.m. for the pregame show. Make sure you catch that. Like, subscribe, and share, guys. One pride. Let's go Lions.
One pride.
Let's go. Go Lions.
Lions.
Go